Soccer 15H Rebecca BlackwellAP Trinidad and Tobago fan arrive at the stadium to attend a 2018 World Cup qualifying soccer match against USA in Cuba, Trinidad, Tuesday, October 10, 2017. AP photo Rebecca Blackwell by Associated Press COUVA, Trinidad AP. The United States was eliminated from World Cup contention Tuesday night, a shocking loss at Trinidad ending the American streak of 7 straight appearances at Soccer's Showcase. 28 years after a stunning victory here put the Americans back in the World Cup following a 4-decade absence, their chance for next year's tournament in Russia ended on this island nation off the coast of Venezuela. Trinidad and Tobago scored a pair of first-half goals, and the United States was eliminated with a 21 defeat, its first time missing the World Cup since 1986. Shocked American players slumped on the bench, and Matt Besler sat on the field after the final whistle as Panama's game ended and then Costa Rica's. At the end, dejected U.S. players filed into their locker rooms with blank looks. The U.S. entered its final qualifier with a berth uncertain for the first time since 1989. Home losses to Mexico last November and Costa Rica left the Americans little margin for error. The 28th-ranked Americans needed merely a tie against 99th-ranked Trinidad, which lost its 6th straight qualifier last week. But the defeat, coupled with Honduras' come-from-behind 32 win over Mexico and Panama's 21 victory over Costa Rica on Ramon Torres' 88th-minute goal, dropped the Americans from 3rd place into 5th in the six-nation final round of the North and Central American and Caribbean region. Mexico and Costa Rica already had clinched berths, and Panama claimed the 3rd and final automatic spot and will go the World Cup for the first time. Honduras will meet Australia in a 2-game playoff next month for another spot at next year's 32-nation tournament. Missing the World Cup is a devastating blow to the U.S. Soccer Federation, which has steadily built the sport in the last quarter-century, with the help of sponsors and television partners. It also is a trauma for Fox, which broadcasts the next 3 World Cups after taking the U.S. rights from ESPN. The USSF hopes to co-host the 2026 tournament with Mexico and Canada, and Morocco is the only other bidder. After an 0-2 start in the hexagonal last fall under Jurgen Klinsmann, the USSF replaced him last November with Bruce Arena, the American coach from 19,982,006. The team revived with home wins over Honduras and Trinidad last spring and draws at Panama and Mexico. But the 20 defeat to Costa Rica in New Jersey at the start of Labor Day weekend proved one hurdle too many to overcome. No excuses for us not getting the second goal and at least a point, Arena said. It's a blemish for us. The Americans fell behind in the 17th minute when defender Omar Gonzalez made a casual attempt with his left foot to clear Alvin Jones' cross and sent the ball looping over the outstretched right arm of goalkeeper Tim Howard from 18 yards. Jones doubled the lead in the 37th with a 35-yard strike, again to Howard's upper right corner, and nearly scored another in the 44th when his swerving shot bounced off Howard's chest and spilled into the penalty area. Christian Pulisic, the Americans' 19-year-old star midfielder, scored in the 47th minute from the arc with a right-footed shot. He played a role in 12 of the 17 Americans' goals in the hexagonal. 1 minute later, Howard made a kick save on shot and Winchester's short-range shot, and DeAndre Yedlin blocked Levi Garcia's follow-up attempt. The U.S. bench was tense, as Honduras scored twice early in the second half to take the lead over visiting Mexico in the 60th minute, and Panama tied the score against visiting Costa Rica in the 52nd. Clint Dempsey, who entered at the start of the second half, was denied by goalkeeper Adrian Fonchet's leaping save in the 69th and hit a post from 22 yards in the 77th. Pulisic's shot in the 87th was saved by Fonchet. All American reserves were standing for much of the final minutes, and Arena had repeated exasperated looks. Just a few hundred fans were in the stands at 10,000-capacity Otto Bolden Stadium, located 24 miles south of the capital, Port of Spain. Paul Caligiuri's famous goal at the National Stadium in 1989 put the U.S. in the World Cup for the first time since 1950. Among the spectators were a few dozen American outlaws, the U.S. supporters group. Water that had flooded the track surrounding the field ahead of the U.S. training session Monday was gone. Embarrassment. USMNT have utterly embarrassed us on an international level tonight. Roy White 3 at Road 3 October 11, 2017. For context, Iceland qualified for the World Cup. That whole country has fewer people than Arlington, Texas. It's an embarrassment. USMNT. Amanda Wilkins at Cook. Amanda October 11, 2017.